Copart Newbird. Thank you again. I think this one's going to work out real well. 2014 Street Glide Special. Why? Because the name says so. Let's get the old gal home. Well, there she is, back in the shop. Well, there she is again. As I said earlier, and I'll say it again, Copart Special, 2014 Street Glide Special. What makes it special? Well, I don't know. It's got built-in navigation. It's got a wraparound fender in the front. I don't know. I'm sure there's some other stuff that makes it a special. I don't know what. Why did I buy it? Because it was cheap. 22,000 miles on the clock. I did not pay much for this bike at all, but less than half of retail value. Actually, much less than half of retail. Anyway, I'll give you the damage rundown. Front bat wing. I've already located one of them in denim black, so I'll probably just do that. Front fender we will repair, unless I happen to stumble on one. It's got a little tiny kink right there. And then obviously it got sandblasted there. Nothing on the forks, nothing on the, not there. Inner bat wing, cracked. Missing your glass, so let's replace that. There's a speaker cover that's missing. So inner fender cover we're gonna need a mirror. Here's the brunt. This took the brunt of the hit. That crash bar got folded right in half. So it did its job. It did dent the underside of the tank. So we'll have to PDR that and then maybe touch the paint up. We'll see how that comes out. It's funny because you don't really see it until you get down on all fours. But once that crash bar is out of the way, it'll be more obvious, I would think. No mechanical damage, no chassis damage. Obviously, the floorboard is shot. It did tweak this nice little brake pedal just a hair. We'll see if we can't straighten that out. If not, we'll replace that. Little tiny chip on the air cleaner. That'll just get touched up. A little bit of road rash on the bottom heat shield. We'll pull that off and clean it up. Rear crash bar, or bag bar, or whatever you want to call it. That got tweaked on this side. Obviously it got sandblasted, but it's also bent in towards the bag. And then the bag took a little scuff, a little scuffy scuff. A little bit on the bottom, a little bit on the side. So we'll touch that up, clean it up, repaint if necessary. And that, my friends, is the extent of the damage. That is it. Let's give you a walk around here. Runs perfect, all the electronics work, no chassis damage, no damage whatsoever to this side at all. I have already ridden the bike just briefly, a mile down the road and back. So I'm quite confident moving forward with this repair. All right, got the battery plugged in there. We're gonna let that charge. We're gonna give it a bath, and then we're gonna start stripping her down. That's sexy. Big difference. There she is, all scrubbed up. And I just gave it a soap bomb and blew it off with the pressure washer. All right, real quick midweek update. Got that floorboard on. I bought a black set used on eBay. Replaced that one real quick. The crash bar is here. It is not installed yet because I'm waiting for the master cylinder to come on this side. Once the master comes, I'll throw that on, then the floorboard on this side, then the crash bar. There's the rear luggage bar. I was able to heat that up, straighten it out, and give it a fresh coat of black Krylon. And I've got the bodywork roughed in on the front fender. So that's our midweek update. Now we're just waiting on parts. All right, well, there you go. There's the finished product. I ran into a little bit of issue with the clear coat, but I got that squared away, I think, and I won't know for sure. I mean, it's funny with the denim. You see how many shadows it casts, and then you get bright spots where the light is hitting. I won't really know whether I'm satisfied with this or not until I push it outside tomorrow. But aside from having to redo the pinstripes, which you can see on the back side of the fender, I'm pretty happy with how that came out. Let me show you the same with the Batwing. I'm not dissatisfied. There's one or two specks of dust in it, which is to be expected given where I was spraying it, but otherwise it looks pretty rock solid. That was 3 coats of base, 3 coats of clear. And that'll about do it for now. But there she is, all scrub-a-dubbed up. And truth be told, even though I bought this thing last October, I only rode it for the first time this week. And I've only put about 40 miles on it. So it's Memorial Day weekend now, so it's the end of May. We're gonna take it out. Gonna get together with some friends, take a ride over to Pennsylvania. So just to give you a quick recap on this, what did we do? We repaired and resprayed the Batwing. I put a different windshield on it, had just a very plain windshield on it. Repaired and resprayed the front of the fender. Actually blended it in the center. Did a little touch up to the pipes, replaced the floorboards. That one was damaged. Also the master cylinder, bought a used one on eBay. Straightened out that crash bar and resprayed it. And that's about it. I did rewire and install that plate frame. That's a Custom Dynamics LED. Oh, we got an eagle screaming up there. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Anyway, Merca. Custom Dynamics license plate frame. I did swap out the front directionals for those custom dynamic pieces there. They're kind of hard to see when they're not lit up, but that's a real sleek, low profile set of directional slash running lights. And then I did put the 12-inch apes on there from KST Customs. That's a set of their bars. And then some low-hanging mirrors. And that's really it, man. And that's going to about do it. I tried to do this as low budget as possible, and I'm going to run the numbers, and I'll give you, since I'm not selling this, I'll be keeping this. I'll give you guys the numbers and let you know exactly what I have into this, just for those of you that are curious. A lot of times I won't do that since it's stuff that I'm reselling, and people hate it when you make money. All right, so let's run the numbers on the 2014 Street Glide. As I said, 2014 Street Glide Special with, what do we got for miles? I mean, I've ridden it a little bit now. 22,000 miles. It's at 22,500 right now. My winning bid, what am I doing there? My winning bid on Copart was $6,700. That was my high bid. Now, I want you guys to get a load of this, because here's the fees on top of that. Which is why you always have to be careful with Copart. You have to figure this in. $10 environmental fee. Okay. Buyer fee, $675. Virtual bid fee, which I don't know that there's any other way to bid on Copart, but the virtual bid fee, $119. The gate fee, $79. Title mailing fee, $30. So by the time I got done paying for the bike and paying Copart, I had a subtotal of $76.13. So that's what the bike cost me. Just the money to repair the damaged parts. Now, I just, for whatever reason, when I bought this, I decided I'm going to do this as cheap as possible. It would have been easier for me to go out and just buy a new Batwing cover. Instead, I decided I wanted to repair this one. I wanted to just cut corners. I don't know why, just because I wanted to see how cheaply I could get this Street Glide and put it together. So I had to put a license plate frame on it. That was missing, and wire that on. I got an LED one, a custom dynamics. It was $35. The master brake cylinder for the rear brakes was damaged. I got a used one on eBay. It was $54. The right side floorboard was damaged. They were chrome on this bike. I got a used set in black. They were $85. I had to replace the engine crash bar, which got bent on the side that was hit. That was $96. I had to buy paint and clear coat to do the fender and the Batwing. That was $110. I temporarily put the Advent Black tank covers on this tank. This tank has a dent in the lower rear, and I temporarily put those covers on to get it through salvage inspection. They were $300. Obviously, I took them back off, but I'm including that in the parts price. So the total parts that I put on this bike to get it repaired and get it through salvage inspection was $680. So that brought me up to $82.93. So 2014 Street Glide Special with 22,000 miles for $82.93. That's a pretty solid deal. And I know somebody's going to say, oh, I can get one. Good luck finding one cheaper than that. I mean, I watch these things on market all the time. As far as I'm concerned, it's a $15,000 bike. I did add some optional stuff on it. I put in an inspection plate for the inspection sticker. That was $13. I ended up going with the 12-inch ape hangers. That was $210. I did the custom dynamics flush mount, front directional and driving lights. That was $216. I replaced a speaker grill. The one was a little bit jacked up. They were $20. I threw down $100 miscellaneous because I'm sure there's a couple little things I forgot. That was an extra $559. That brings the total build to $88.52. Now since then, I've added a couple of little things. I did spacers on the floorboards. I added highway peg mounts. I had to buy them. I put new rear shocks on it. I got rid of the factory air shocks. That was just all stuff I wanted to do. I put a quick dismount for a sissy bar. So, you know, we were at 88.52. I would say conservatively, at this point, with little extra stuff, I'm in this bike for $9,500. To me, that's a super deal, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think I could get a 14 or newer Street Glide Special for $9,500 anywhere on the market with the miles you have on it. So that's where we're at on this one. I'm real happy with the bike. It rides fantastic. It runs great. Real happy with the way it feels. What do you got there? A little schmutz. I'll give you a printout of these on the screen for you visual people. And that's going to do it for this one. That's it. Copart 2014 Street Glide Special. I'm Smitty. I'm getting ready to leave for Laconia. Bike week. So I'm out.